Have you ever bought something and instantly regretted it? That dopamine hit you felt for a moment. Gone. Replaced with guilt, debt, or clutter. But what if I told you it wasn't your fault? What if there's a system, a powerful, manipulative one, designed to make you want more, buy more, and never feel like enough? In today's video, we're pulling back the curtain. This is not just about overspending. This is about how corporations, marketing, and social culture have built an addictive, destructive machine called consumerism. We're about to expose the psychological traps you fall into every day, how advertising plays with your insecurities, why your happiness is being sold back to you, and what you can do to finally break free. Stay with me, because by the end, you'll never look at a shopping mall or your favorite influencer the same way again. The psychology of wanting more. Let's begin with your brain. Consumerism thrives on a single concept: manufactured desire, not need. Desire. You might think you're buying that latest phone because it's better, but really, you're being fed microdoses of dopamine every time you click, scroll, or see something just out of reach. Neuromarketers, yes, they exist, literally study how to hijack your decision-making. They use color psychology, scarcity triggers, urgency pop-ups, even your FOMO. And the craziest part? They've made you associate buying with self-worth. Think about it. Why do we call it retail therapy? Why does wearing a brand-name item make us feel more important? Because we've been programmed to believe that value comes from what we own, not who we are. But here's where it gets darker. What if the system doesn't just target your brain, but also your deepest insecurities? We'll reveal that next. Advertising that preys on insecurity. Modern advertising doesn't just sell products. It sells solutions to problems you didn't even know you had. Think of this. You never thought your teeth weren't white enough until you saw a whitening strip ad. You never thought your shoes were outdated until you saw a TikTok on things that scream 2015. That's manufactured shame, and it's intentional. Companies create pain and then offer a product as the cure. It's the same cycle over and over. 1. Make you feel not good enough. 2. Sell the illusion of transformation. 3. Hook you into a lifestyle you'll never catch up with. Social media influencers are not exempt. They are the front line of modern consumerism. That honest review is often a paid ad. That hairstyle transformation may be sponsored by a hair brand. It's all about selling you a dream that you pay for. And guess what? This is especially brutal for teens. Studies show that Gen Z reports higher levels of anxiety and depression, in part due to social comparison driven by consumer content. And even if you resist, the system still finds a way to profit from you. The next section reveals how. Debt, the engine of consumerism. Now let's talk about the invisible leash that keeps you running. Debt. Buy now, pay later. Credit cards, monthly plans. It's all designed to remove the pain of payment and increase the speed of spending. And it works. In the US alone, credit card debt hit over $1.1 trillion in 2024. Why? Because consumerism makes debt feel normal, even necessary. You're not just buying products, you're buying lifestyle illusions. But when you finance that lifestyle with debt, you give up your future for someone else's profit. The system wins when you're locked into interest payments. You're too broke to leave your job. You keep chasing the next upgrade. Even luxury brands have figured out installment plans because they know one thing. If they can't get your cash, they'll take your credit. But what if I told you this cycle doesn't just trap your wallet, but also destroys the planet? Environmental destruction behind every purchase. Behind every fast fashion outfit. Every new iPhone. Every plastic-wrapped item is a trail of environmental devastation. Let's talk fast fashion. Brands drop 50 to 100 micro-collections a year. Clothes are made cheap and fast, and thrown out faster. Over 92 million tons of clothing end up in landfills every year. Now electronics. The latest gadgets rely on rare earth mining, which destroys ecosystems and exploits labor. And most e-waste? It gets dumped in developing countries, polluting soil, rivers, and lungs. Consumerism thrives on the illusion of abundance. But behind the scenes, it's powered by overproduction, over-extraction, and overconsumption. Every cheap item comes at a hidden cost, not just to your bank account, but to the planet itself. So if consumerism harms our minds, our wallets, and our world, why don't we stop? Why are we still stuck in the loop? The next segment answers that. The addiction to consumer culture. The truth is, we don't just live in a consumer system, we live in a consumer identity. You're not just someone who shops. You're defined by what you buy. iPhone versus Android? That's an identity debate. Wearing Nike or Adidas? It signals your tribe. Driving Tesla? It means something about who you are. Brands have blurred the line between product and personality. They've gamified spending. Every purchase gives a dopamine reward. Every unboxing feels like an event. This is no accident. Just like slot machines are designed to be addictive, consumerism uses variable rewards, scarcity, and emotional bait to keep you hooked. And just like addiction, it's hard to break without awareness. But what if there's another way? What if you could escape the cycle and still feel fulfilled? Escaping the consumer trap. Escaping consumerism doesn't mean becoming a monk. It means asking, do I really need this? Or have I been made to want it? Start small. Practice intentional buying. Wait 48 hours before buying anything non-essential. Unfollow influencers that trigger comparison. Track what you spend and why. Learn the difference between value and price. And most importantly, invest in experiences, skills, and people, not just things. Because true wealth isn't in what you show. It's in what you know, how you live, and who you are without all the noise. You've just seen the dark side of consumerism. It's not just about buying. It's about being bought. You've been sold an identity, a dream, a lifestyle. But you're more than a brand logo, a receipt, or a product user. If this video opened your eyes, do one thing today. Unsubscribe from one unnecessary thing, a service, an influencer, a habit, and share this video with someone you care about. Let's build awareness together, because awareness is the first step to freedom. This is not anti-progress, it's not anti-capitalism, it's pro-consciousness. Thanks for watching, stay wise, stay intentional, and we'll see you in the next one.